Hello and welcome to Clearwater and CIL van use and safety training. This should give you a quick overview of how to utilize the van lifts and keep everyone safe. There are some things that you have to keep in mind when approaching a place to park. You have to identify whether the ground where you're going to be parking the van is solid. Will all the safety features work properly on the lift, like the gate release? Be aware of the surrounding vehicles and the traffic in the parking area. You don't want to unload in a parking lot where there's a tremendous amount of traffic and someone may roll into the line of another oncoming car. Make sure that the surface level is sloping very little or is completely level so that there's no chance of the vehicle sliding or rolling. And can the chairs easily navigate into and out of the building or areas? Is there a handicap accessible ramp or other location nearby? Always remember, park the van and set the parking brake. You do not want the van to start rolling with the lift down. After parking the van, ensuring that the parking brake is set, ensure that the doors are completely open, and if you need to, use the straps to secure them so the wind does not blow them closed or that they're in any way interfering with the functions of the lift when it deploys. The gate release is a very important safety feature of the end of the lift. The gate release is a small lever that is at the bottom of the gate. When it makes contact with a solid surface, such as concrete or asphalt, it releases the gate, allowing the wheelchair to roll off the back of the ramp. If you do not have this gate release in contact with a solid surface, such as sand or mud, the gate will not come down, or it may require manipulation or staff's assistance in releasing it so that you can get the wheelchairs off the lift. When the back of the van is clear and there's no one or no objects interfering with the deployment of the lift, find and press the deploy button on the control panel, which is located here. Be attentive as the lift deploys. Stand clear of the lift and ensure that all clients and other staff are also clear of the lift. It is a very heavy object and has substantial inertia. It can cause serious bodily injury if it strikes someone. This is the lift at full deployment and is considered stable and level. Please take note that the end gate is up and is in a locked position, preventing wheelchairs from rolling off the back of the lift. Also take note that the load ramp is also level and there are no gaps between the vehicle and the lift before rolling the individuals out of the back of the van onto the lift. Safety mechanisms and alarms that are also incorporated into the lift are located in these areas noted here. These are electric eyes that will beep or signal when something crosses between the two arms of the lift. There are some things that the staff should never consider doing when the lift is in motion. Do not ride on the lift with the client. Stand at least 24 inches away from the lift as it is in function. Do not help the lift descend faster. Do not step out of the back of the van as the lift is descending. Do not start and stop the lift, as the goal is to get to the client's chair and the client to the ground level. Do not stop the lift and bring it back up, as playing with it, running it up and down, wears parts out and may cause damage. And whatever you do, do not shift your attention away from the actions of the lift. You could be talking on a phone, or you could be attending to something else, and the lift will come down on someone's foot or accidentally on top of another person. You do not want that to take place. There are considerations that the staff have to attend to. 1. Ensure that the brakes are locked on the client's chair before the lift begins moving. Ensure that if there is a power chair on the lift, that the power is turned off. Ensure that all parts of the lift and the chair have enough clearance to freely descend all the way to ground level without interfering with something, especially the doors. And attend to the actions of the lift and the person near it as it descends so that no one is injured. Next, I want to discuss with you how to easily lower and raise the lift with no power available to the lifting mechanism. From inside the van, looking out the back of the van, on the lift mechanism, the column to the right, there is a sticker that covers a hole that contains a hydraulic valve. Make sure that this valve is completely closed, turned to the right. The closing of this valve can be done with the manual handle, which is located here, just on the outside of the lift mechanism on the left-hand column, looking into the lift. The end of the manual handle has notches in it that match the valve top so that you can securely grip the valve and turn it all the way to the right. Insert the handle and rotate to the right to close the valve. If the lift needs to be lowered to the ground and the switches that are available either on the manual controller or on the handle leading out over the lift are not functioning properly, you can use this valve to lower the lift to the ground by turning it 1/4 turn to the left. Be aware that it must be closed afterwards to bring the lift back up. To raise the lift from the ground, insert the handle into the hydraulic pump actuator located here. Begin pumping.
Your feet are stomping, and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the body jumping. Pump it out, I'll let it work, get your body going.
Begin pumping. Be aware that this is going to take some time and may take some considerable energy. Staff may have to take turns performing this action as some may become tired. If this chair, the resident, are very heavy and they weigh 300 pounds or more, this may take several minutes as the lift will only raise 1 inch or so for every pump applied. When the lift is completely level and the gate has dropped into the back of the van, go ahead and roll the individual into the van and secure them. Once the client is secured, the staff can continue pumping and the lift will eventually stow itself. Please be aware that 2 clients may not fit in the back of the van if the space is occupied by a staff manually raising the lift. When you're done, return the handle to the storage space at the back of the van. Additional safety concerns that you have to keep in mind when working with lifts. All lifts have a maximum weight limit of 600 pounds. This is the total weight of the chair plus the person. Staff should never ride on the lift with the client due to this added weight. Watch your footing when helping the person on and off the lift. Weather conditions can make this situation very dicey if it's icy or wet. Be aware of all parts of the lift when it's in motion. There are places where a crush injury can take place to a hand or a finger. And always remember, be safe.